NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do better. Fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation in there. The Ford takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 38 yards on the scamper there. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GM.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the double.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston. Tariq Cohen. 71 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And New York set to take the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Vernon Davis, 64 yards, and the Jets have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Brady, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
To throw is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready in this game, a touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
While the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Switch it.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross, 37 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go, 50, plant. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They're going to try and throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 13. Check 13. Ready to go. Mike 51. Mike. Hey, Zoo. Let go.
They'll drop the throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. After the sack on 1st down, Brady into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Steps away to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. So we have reached halftime here in the 3rd. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Got it. 51, 51. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, Echo. Jim. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Kelsey, 78 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Wait, that 380? 98 for Mike. So don't say nothing.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
From the 36, Brady, throw left side complete. That's Jones. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Brady's throw there complete, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. 22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
You can't block me. Block me. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Shit, shit. Let's go, let's go. Get set. Big rip, big rip.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. They got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. Back to throw here. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that play, 20. 98 to Mike. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. He's win now.
On 1st down, Brady. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw is Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Devin Bush drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Watch out for Hill on the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Rolling to his left. Fighting through. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 10-2 stop.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Oh, he's got some break. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Wait, 20!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jadeveon Clowney, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to
defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought it.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On play action, they'll throw.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They trailed at 1 point by 17. Now they search for the lead on first and goal. Stepping up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Single, slot. Hey.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And now here is the offense onto the field as their first involvement will be a two-point conversion attempt. From the gun, Murray. And they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly, 8-zip. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go. Strong right. Sugar.
Brady now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Right there, 56. I got one. Set. Go, Bandit.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for two. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready. Mike 51. Mike 51. Don't get hustle.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Vernon Davis. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kyler Murray taking it in. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw is Brady. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. New York set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the 30 on second down, Brady. And he fires one incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
So that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. You saw how precise he was and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 65 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's caught. It's Thomas. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. It's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. 15 yards on that play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw, it's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Brady now on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Brady. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead,
and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On 1st down, Brady. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real team.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Latimer's got it. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Brady's throw there complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Brady now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to fire one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. This is McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Throwing now is Brady, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady, and the Jets are able to strike for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Brady. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Murray throwing on second down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Brady got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, it's Brady. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Brady now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. There goes a deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Gordon, 79 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
57. 53. 56. Let's go. Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right. 72.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Brady to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football,
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.